absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh!
I love it, baby!
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win. He got it.
If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
It is. Did you mute me again?
No, you're good.
Who muted me?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
We're about to just stop this and have a full-on investigation. Like if I get muted one more time. Reddit did to do and welcome into more important issues. I feel like I sound like Ellen DeGeneres. I sound like a terrible boss to work for, just yelling and treating everyone terrible. I'm not. You all are making me that. Reddit did to do and welcome into more important issues. It's Thursday, January 11th. I can put on the happy face. I promise you that. Yeah, only the employees will know how terrible of a person I am. It's we did get to go live last night. After that, after that game,
yeah.
I was gonna try to call it something else, and I don't know. It was very frustrating. I did. It's funny. We kind of echoed the sentiment because you were talking about how much basketball season sucks because it's kind of long and arduous, and like there's just losses in basketball season. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Everyone just tweeting about basketball losses are not the same as football, and it's like, yeah, but they still suck.
Yeah. I think like the next day you realize that, but the day of it feels just as bad.
The next day midweek games hurt just because in the morning because you get to go in and see everyone and complain.
Yeah.
Next day, typically next day weekend games, I don't feel as bad about because I just don't have as much time to complain, I think.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
You're just always like getting to the next one, whereas like football losses, like you dwell on them so long because you have a week in between each one.
Yeah. They're definitely not the same, but they, in my opinion, losses suck anyways. So What are you going to do? We did go live on YouTube. That is going to be a regular thing. I won't say every time thing because that's not something we've discussed, but a regular thing. So make sure you guys are subscribed to us on YouTube. If you turn on your alerts, it'll tell you. We usually schedule them so you know an hour or so in advance, hey, they're going live. We'll obviously tweet it out, but get those alerts on. Make sure you're subscribed to us, following on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Just tagging along for the ride that we call life, and let's talk some sports, man.
Yeah. Yeah, let's start with the good news because I'm trying to convince myself that the only thing happened yesterday was Nick Saban retired.
Has he?
I mean,
this would be out of character for him, but I mean, he's got to like the attention. Who wouldn't? People are having ceremonies at a already built statue for him.
It would be all time if he came out and said,
I'm not leaving.
Yeah, I'm back. I just like did a joke because like that's all recruiting is just people like doing this random stuff. Oh, I'm back.
I'm trying to see if our recruits are loyal to the brand beyond me. We were just testing. Just we want guys who want to be at Alabama. That's what it is. That's what he's gonna do. Or this is just the most, probably the meanest, but one of the better ultimate pranks on Dabo Sweeney. Dabo's like, Dabo's ready to middle finger Tyler from Spartanburg. He's going on a rampage. He's gonna do it. He's gonna. I
don't know. Tyler from Spartanburg looks like you got a hold of him.
Who takes a crap on Michael's car in the office? Is it Andy that attempts to? I don't remember. Anyways, that's me.
I just assume it was Packer.
It's gonna be Dabo on Tyler from Spartanburg's Beamer, and then it's gonna be very awkward when he turns out that job was never open and he was never going to Alabama.
Yeah, I am I'm not shocked. I just like
we talked about this. He's 72. Is he 72?
Well, I'm not talking about Nick Saban. I'm talking about Dabo Swinney. Just the way, like, I think Alabama was just so excited that, like, hey, we have Nick Saban, and then when he leaves, we get Dabo Swinney. And now it's like it's shifted so quickly that they're just like, no more Dabo. We hate that. Like, not even 2 years ago, everybody was like on board. It was like, as soon as Saban retires, we're getting Dabo Swinney and keep this train rolling. And now it's who's going to be the conductor now?
And to be fair, unless you got right now, you got Kirby Smart, Alabama fans would have to talk themselves into being happy about the next hire. If we're being honest.
Yeah, and if I'm Alabama, you make that call to Kirby. There's no way he leaves, but you got
you make the call to Kirby. Well, before you make the call to Kirby, we know that Qatar and potentially the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia is funneling money to college football programs. That's who I call first, and I call my engineering department, figure out what state secrets we know in the nuclear department.
You definitely call Jimmy,
and we sell whatever we can to the Saudi Arabia royal family, to Qatar, whatever we need to do to get the funds to pay Kirby's buyout, to pay Kirby's. We signed Kirby's great grandchild to a contract from Alabama. That's how much money we pay. And someone commented back, I think it was to Brandon. I don't know why I can't think of his name, from Barstool, and they said that's too much money. There is no. I'm not joking when I say this. I mean this literally. There is no such thing as too much money in college football. That has been proven time and time again. It is fabricated. It's made up. The zeros mean absolutely nothing. Ask my boy Jimbo, who's on an island somewhere, sipping drinks with his legs kicked up, laughing and money funneled from Qatar. Like it's not real.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see kind of what happens with all that. And it is nice that, because everybody was like Dan Lanning, and I'm just so happy that Alabama fans just get to go through just a little bit of what we've went through with coaching searches.
I also like how they're already freaking out when the report came out. Dan Lanning's in a stay in Eugene. Their coach hasn't even announced. I guess Greg Byrne, did he tweet about it? Is that his real account? I honestly didn't click to check. I guess he said it. But they're already convinced Dan Lanning's moved on. I'm like, I don't want to be the guy to follow up Saban if I'm a college football coach, but speaking as if I wasn't a Tennessee fan, if a job like that calls me, I'm not saying no immediately.
Yeah. I agree what you're saying. Like, it's a hard job to take. And for Tennessee fans, kind of break it down a little bit. I mean, when Pat Summitt left, it was like, who do you go get?
Yeah.
And no one's going to do a good enough job. Nobody. And I think the only one that could probably not miss a beat would probably be Kirby Smart. And there's no way he's leaving Georgia.
And miss a beat, maybe. But the thing is anytime there's program turnover, there's gonna be growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby
I think
Smart
you want to be
Kirby Smart lost to Butch Jones with a lot of talent at Georgia.
That's true. You want to be the next coach after whoever this
100%.
is.
100%.
So Dan Lanning's like, hey,
call me in 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is Dan Lanning doesn't get that call and in the same phone call say thanks, no thanks. No good coach, no self-respecting coach does that.
Yeah, you gotta see what those dollar signs are.
You have to see what those dollar signs are. You have to. I feel like you need to take it in a little bit because it is a difficult task. Well, let's not pretend it's impossible. Let's find out if someone can do it. Honestly, we're crowning Nick Saban the greatest of all time. I think if someone can win a national championship 2 years after Nick Saban leaves Alabama, greatest of all time. We talked about the hardest job in college in sports is to follow up great ones like him. If someone does it, greatest of all time. And if someone does it, I will never watch football again because I'm sick of Alabama being good. This is one of the happiest days of my life. So he's very, very good. One of the best in the business. And I'm out. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Well, and Alabama fans are kind of being irrational. And I get it. Like, you are irrational. But they're just like, they're in mourning. Like, they're acting like Nick Saban has died. And I get it because they know that dynasty is over. They know it. We know it. It's over.
Do they? I don't know if they do. I think most of them,
somewhere in their heart, no.
There's bandwagon fans who don't know Alabama without Nick Saban.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Also, not a coincidence that Dodge is no longer making Chargers. Chevy is no longer making Camaros. Nick Saban out at Alabama. That can't be a coincidence.
I don't know why, but I think Bill Belichick is thrown into that conspiracy too somehow. I don't know.
Okay. Did Ben McKee, if Ben swiped one of those oat milk cream pies sitting out, that would have been legendary. Can we find out?
Oh, he wasn't in Tuscaloosa. That was somebody else's picture, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he had gone to Starkville and driven through on the way back or something.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did just to do it. But yeah, I think that was somebody else's picture.
Can you get a report?
I can.
If you drove through Tuscaloosa, did you get a Nick Saban death? What would that be? A death gift oatmeal cream pie?
Dude,
did you steal an oatmeal cream pie from the foot of dead Nick Saban? Would it be theft? I feel like at that point isn't it kind of a free for all? You don't just leave food sitting out for a bronze statue to eat.
Yeah. Do you eat it or do you just keep it?
The oatmeal cream pie?
Yeah.
Oh, I eat that. Are you kidding me? Right in front of that statue.
Yeah, they're acting like that he died. And I thought I had a great tweet about we literally got a rest in peace bowl with Nick Saban and Jim Harbaugh. We didn't even know it.
You're right. Okay, you mentioned because shock's not the right word, but you are kind of like finally it had to come to an end at some point. Oh, this year. But do you remember? I recall watching Kirby and Saban's interaction at the SEC championship, and I remember thinking, "Oh, this is his last year." No matter what, the way Kirby was talking, Kirby seemed to be taking it in with him.
Kind of knew it, yeah. Which kind of is that kind of leading on Alabama fans that Kirby might be the next man up? If he was the only one that knew?
There is no such thing as too much money. Take him the literally largest in size check you can. It needs to fit the most zeros.
Ben McKee said he did not take one.
Was he there? Did he have the ability to?
I just asked him that.
Okay.
Oh, he said there were too many Alabama fans around, so I guess he was there.
But isn't he kind of an Alabama fan?
I'm not going to do that to my man.
I feel like you're the one who does that to him all the time.
Yeah, I do. I do it to Joey, too. He's in Ohio State / Penn State. He's just a Big Ten guy.
He just likes Urban Meyer. That's what it is.
Is it Urban Meyer?
Please.
I mean, a guy just left for health reasons, and we bring another guy with health reasons. That's just all time.
That will be very sad if I find out that Nick Saban retired due to his wife's health. I'll feel really bad about being excited.
Yeah.
That'll make me feel bad. But whatever. We all got to make choices.
Just old age.
Okay, so Saban, hey, as much as we hate Saban.
There.
Okay. I knew it. I'm pretty disappointed in him. We can talk about that another time. Okay, so Saban, as much as we hate him, he did not do the Coach K Look at Me tour. He didn't announce it before the season started. That's got to be a kind of a checkmark win thing. I will say this. I'm with Alabama not beating Michigan. I think it is proven Saban is a step behind in the game. Because I think as a coach that he probably came into the season, even if it was due to health reasons, you start to kind of know. You start to see writing on the wall in terms of, hey, things are starting to wind down for XXX reason. And then maybe one thing lines up. So he knows in fall camp that this is last year, more than likely. Okay, so Landon, if I'm a retired coach, put that in the back of my mind. And if you've coached sports, you have a couple mantras, things you do throughout the season to motivate your team. You might kick them off the practice field, send them home. You're done. Practice was terrible. Boom, get out. Get some fired up after get some fight. You get them in the next day. Oh, that's scary. I'll fix that. You get them in the next day, they're all fired up and
muted.
Who is my mic sounding bad?
No, you're something fine. Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Anyways, so you get some fired up. So you have that. You have the running them after a game or something. You have all these little things you do. Some coaches, who was it that they wouldn't let them wear? I don't think it was a Tennessee coach. Wouldn't let them wear like the power tee though on their practice. They had to practice in something else. Was that a Duke thing? Is that a Coach K thing?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you have all those little things you do.
Yeah.
And so if you're a Hall of Famer, if you're a legend like Nick Saban, you have this is my last year. This is my last game. This is my last SEC championship. This is my last Auburn-Alabama rivalry. You have that card, and you got to play it strategically. We know he didn't play it in July camp. We know he didn't play it in the SEC championship game. Did he play it in the college football playoff? Was Alabama that bad? They couldn't even get motivated for their coach? Or is Nick Saban completely lost his step and it's good that he's leaving because did he not play it at all? Because that's an ace. You got to play that card.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking it's more like a fortnight with the boys when you're playing late at night and you're kind of tired. You're like, all right, I got one more in me. But you win that one. And then you go back and you play it again. If you win that one, then you come back and do it again. I think it was more of he kind of thought that they were winning it.
Okay.
And he was going to keep coaching if they were still on top. I think maybe because him and Kirby were talking, if maybe he told Kirby, like, if I lose this game, I'm done. Muted. I don't know.
Saying if you lose the SEC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's one of those, like, he was going to keep coaching until he lost.
Okay. Okay. I mean, maybe.
And he realized, I mean, that it is a great thing to, like, not run it into the ground. There has to be something to say about that. And I'm not saying Alabama was ever going to be ran into the ground. But if you know you're not on top anymore, knowing the right time to, like, hang it up, I think is something not a lot of people do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
Belichick
Jimmy,
probably should have hung it up a long time ago.
He should have just left with Brady, so it couldn't have. Brady would have been called a system quarterback forever if he had gone out with him. I I just can't believe even if you're lying to your team, you don't go on a halftime of that Michigan game and tell every player in that locker room that this is, just, hey, I guess Jalen Milroe, he's got eligibility. Is he going to stay? Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess he stays.
You look around that locker room though. You look at the seniors or whatever you want to call them at that point. Hey, this is your last game. This is my last game too. You got to play that card. They're all shocked. This is Nick Saban.
Yeah,
and they go win you a football game. I don't know. I don't feel like he played.
Maybe he was saving.
He
thought he was going to win that game, and he was saving it for the national title. I don't know.
And oh man, to go out broke with that one up your sleeve. He's a bad player.
Yeah, maybe he was like, "Hey guys, I have the perfect play call here. By the way, this is my last game, and let's run a QB draw on 4th down and 8. It'll be awesome."
Everyone says that the snap was. Well, I think we talked about this. If that snap was good, it would have been a good play. Could it have worked? Maybe. Was it a walk-in touchdown? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm convinced they should have just did the same thing they did at Auburn and just let Milroe just kind of run around back there and then chunk it up and see what happens.
There should be something said to the ability of Michigan was a really good football team this year. Alabama's ability as a football team to take Michigan to the wire, beat Georgia, and then also lose to Auburn essentially, and then somehow win.
Yeah,
there should be something should be said for that level of football team.
Yeah. Also, Hugh Freeze, you had a chance to knock Saban out of the college football playoff and Kirby Smart.
I think Hugh Freeze should get credit for retiring Saban. I think you're right. If he goes to the college football playoff, if his last game is, I don't know, the Music City Bowl, it wouldn't have been that bad. But is that his last game? Is Nick Saban's last appearance going to be at some meaningless bowl game?
Yeah, hope not. It was JG.
Shout out Hugh Freeze for getting him retired. JG didn't play him. What?
No, that was his first bowl game.
Did we know that JT Strout played for Arkansas State this year?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I don't know if we talked
also,
about that.
I do want to bring up something real quick because a lot of people were just like, Michael Penix should have been at Tennessee. Yes, Jeremy Pruitt's an idiot. We already knew that. But I'm convinced Jeremy Pruitt is an even bigger moron that he would have Michael Penix on the roster and still start JG.
Yeah, he would have done that.
Yeah. So I mean, we wouldn't have got to reap the benefits of Michael Penix Jr. anyway. Even if he did sign with Tennessee. No.
Yeah.
Also, I'm convinced that Nick Saban saw Nico Iamaleava play one game and he was out.
Nope.
Yep. Done that one before, Nealon. I'm good.
Yeah. He's done with field stormings for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see where Michigan? I don't think we've talked. Well, I wasn't on the show it hadn't been played yet when you all recorded on Sunday. A Michigan dad and his son stormed the field in Houston. The dad got arrested in front of him. The son's just watching him crying.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing in that moment. I don't know what I do.
You can't, if you have a child, you can't lead the charge. No, I'm not saying you don't join in, but you can't be the ringleader.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, if it's me and you, we're going.
Oh, we're going. We're going.
And who
or you're going, and then I'll see what happens. Like, if everything looks good, I'll go too. But
yeah,
that's the thing. I'm not being the first one out on that field ever. Especially if
I think we go full kit wanker, and they won't even. They can't even tell when we get on the field.
Yeah, they would have. If they looked at if I wore 27, they wouldn't know if I was James Pierce or they'd have a lot of questions.
Yeah, it's like, is it the movie 42? And he's like, maybe next time I'll wear 42 so they can't tell us apart.
Yeah. I put on. I was about to. God, that would have been sour. I put on 6. Like, is that Dylan Sampson out there?
Yeah.
God, couldn't get in better seats for this game.
Yeah, I'll be like, guys, I'm a GA, okay?
full pads.
Yeah. But yeah, kind of going back to Nick Saban and that coaching search, it looks like Kalen DeBoer is the name that we're hearing now.
I hate to take away from serious topics, sort of, but real quick, would it be worse to have to go to a Tennessee game, full kit wanker, or to play in an adult league semi-pro professional football game, which would also imply you are full kit wankered?
I think it'd be worse playing in a semi-pro football game because I think you could get killed.
So what position would you play if you had to go play today?
Probably receiver.
I think there's too much room for, like you said, just get.
I'm not running a
for
slant.
no reason.
I'm not.
I don't know if I'm running a route. See, I was thinking something. Let me play.
I mean, I'll hold. I'll definitely be the holder.
Let me play like right tackle where I can only take cheap shots at people.
Okay, you
like no one's
weight.
taking.
I don't know if you gotta get that weight up to be my right tackle.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I don't have any room to work here. I can't really do a kick step in this confined area. But yeah, it's mean, it's nasty. But yeah, no one's gonna take a cheap shot at your right tackle. But as a right tackle, you can go after some knees.
Yeah, I think the semi-pro game. I think I would rather not do the semi-pro. I would rather be in Neyland Stadium full kit wanker. I think.
Yeah, at least you have the chance to hydrate and survive. Semi-pro, like one guy decides to be a menace.
Like a lot of people are like, God, that guy's a weirdo. But some people are like, oh, that dude's a super fan. Like that's sick. So I think you get your props in the semi-pro game. I mean, how many people are there? 4.
It looks
that aren't parents or significant other.
I mean, they are technically parents still, but I don't know if we're allowed to call them at semi-pro games. Say their parents are in attendance.
That's
true. I think at that point it's just their family.
Yeah. Okay. They get
unless they drove
family pass game.
Unless they drove them to the game and they brought a cooler that has orange slices, then they can be considered parents still.
Okay, I'm in.
I saw a fight that took place at one of those East Tennessee semi-pro games, and people were commenting about how they were saying the kids these days, blah blah blah, no respect for coaches. I was like, guys, that's a full-grown adult that just fought his other full-grown adult coach. That's not a high schooler.
Yeah,
this is adult men with, I hope, jobs playing football on the weekends, which I don't hate, but it's chase your dreams, kids.
The grind never stops. Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna get a basketball team together soon with hopes of one day becoming like a ABA league or something.
Okay,
ABA league team, yeah.
Or what's that? The tournament?
Oh yeah, the tournament. Yeah, I think is it the basketball tournament? The tournament?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
TBT, the basketball tournament.
Yeah, very generic. Like
it is. You can win $1 million. You can win $1 million or something like that, though.
Yeah.
We would never win it, but it's a fun thought to have for a second.
Yeah,
I don't think we shouldn't be allowed in it. I don't know how we would be.
Yeah, I don't know how you do.
You qualify
associated with a school?
No, there's different teams. I think you have to qualify. I think they also give automatic quote unquote qualifiers to college alumni and overseas teams, but I think there's people that can get teams together and qualify. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This episode it started off talking about a coach that I hate retiring, so it's kind of gone off the rails just the whole way. I'm okay with it. I just don't know where we're at.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll get back on track a little bit. Kalen DeBoer is kind of the name we're hearing now. And I just think like you said earlier, Alabama fans shouldn't be satisfied with anybody that they're going to hire, because the ones like Dan Lanning and Kirby Smart, who kind of are at the top of college football, I just don't think they leave. Like, I think they are kind of smart enough where, like, hey, we've seen this happen too many times where you try to replace a legendary coach. How does it usually work out? It does.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a tall task. I think it's all, but again, it
would be different. Like, I think Mike Norvell is a realistic option, and I don't think that's a great hire. Like, no one scares me. Kalen DeBoer doesn't scare me at Alabama. Kirby Smart would scare me a little bit. Dan Lanning slightly.
Okay, Kirby Smart scares me a little bit, or scares me. But here's the thing: you have to play him somewhere.
Yeah,
I think.
One of the programs is going down.
So you get him somewhere. I don't care at this point.
Yeah.
I do think Georgia would be more consistently well performing without him.
Yeah. But with a 12-team college football playoff, you don't have to be in the Big Ten and the SEC anymore. Like, I think Mike Norvell, if it was still the 4-team, absolutely, he's a guy that you should probably contact if you don't get Kirby Smart, Dan Lanning, whoever else you're after. If that's a guy left on your board, I think you give him a call because I think he would leave the ACC to go to the SEC in a heartbeat. I mean, look at this year. He would have done it.
Yeah.
But with the 12-team college football playoff, I don't think anybody should just be like, I have to get to the SEC. That's the next step. I just don't believe that.
Do they have someone ready? That's what I want to know.
Alabama?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, was Dan Lanning interviewed, right?
I don't know if they're really doing interviews at this point.
Just gauging interest.
Well, they're having their pick of the litter. If they're doing interviews, I think they're probably in trouble.
Okay.
I guess you could call it an interview, but it's probably more, hey, we want you to, would you be interested?
Yeah. I think, and he might say no too, but I thought one person that they would reach out to immediately would be Sark.
Yeah, and honestly, if I was Sark, that's it. Kind of probably more so than Dan Lanning. I would really consider it.
Yeah,
because Texas is obviously doesn't have the same kind of pressure. Texas getting it, I think Texas going to the SEC made that job a lot harder.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
because you still have the same expectations. You're just in a more difficult league.
Yeah, like Texas had to win one difficult football game this year. They had to beat Alabama to get in the college football playoff.
Yeah. It's all it needed. They even got to lose to Oklahoma and still made it in.
Now in the SEC, that's not the case. Again, it is 12 teams now, not 4. But, yeah, I do think it makes it more difficult. I don't know. I'm interested to see who it is. As long as it's not, I guess, Kirby Smart, I'm kind of excited about it.
If it somehow was, don't be too upset because
then Georgia's going down.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Would I be excited about it? No, absolutely not.
This is a great day. Yesterday was a great day for Tennessee. There was not a basketball game that anybody watched, so it doesn't matter. But kind of how it affects Tennessee, recruiting, number one. I mean, you already had a 5-star decommit, or I guess, he decommitted or signed. But don't they have like a 30-day window now to like enter the transfer portal, all Alabama players?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it's 30. Don't quote me on that. They have their window, excuse me, has changed because of the coaching change now.
Yeah. And I think a big part of, Nick Saban voiced his opinion on the transfer portal and NIL. Like, he was kind of over that. So, but it's sink or swim. It's you adapt or you don't. Now his job has gotten harder over the past couple of years because he's not able to go recruit the 25 best players in the country and go win a national championship anymore.
Yeah,
that just doesn't happen. I mean, Kirby was a big thing in that, taking a lot of those high-profile guys. But yeah, it's just been difficult for all college football coaches. to have to deal with all this.
It's not even just about finding talent. It's about a lot of factors. Retaining talent.
Yeah.
Retaining talent. It's a numbers game. You're trying to figure out what you have in the pocket, what you got to go get. It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And you pay a lot of guys to like help you out with a lot of that stuff, but you're still basically an NFL GM at this point.
Yeah.
That still has to make like in-game decisions too.
Right. Love it.
Also, like I mentioned recruiting, George McIntyre was picking between Tennessee and Alabama. I mean, now he's trending toward Tennessee because of the change, and maybe Tennessee landed anyway. But
I've said for years, University of Tennessee is a much more stable program than Alabama. So I get it. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, and then I don't know. Maybe we land some guys in the portal from Alabama. Hunter Osborne's at Alabama. I'm trying to think of who
God,
committed.
I hope they have the same hate for some players as we did. Toto, please. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, take some of their guys. They've got enough over the years. But also without like legendary Nick Saban, I mean Tuscaloosa isn't a selling point, guys. Let's be perfectly honest. I mean they basically made a grave out of his statue and put oatmeal cream pies on it.
Acting like he's dead is insane. Paul Feinbaum was almost in tears at halftime of the game.
And it's during a basketball game. We're sitting here. I mean, I guess I get it, but good God.
There are people writing open letters to him on Twitter. Which I mean, there was a guy that got Heupel tattooed on his thigh after one win. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, there's crazy people everywhere. I feel bad for Willie.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's okay.
He's probably having.
I think he's okay. I hope he's okay. I forgot about Willie.
Yeah, he's had a good couple years. Okay,
he has. You're not wrong.
So I don't feel bad at all.
Dang.
I don't. All right, let's move on from Nick Saban.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I feel like that wasn't just about Nick Saban. It's going to seem like it.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
We went through like all of college football there. But,
yeah, except for Pete Carroll, who is no longer in the NFL. Don't forget Pete Carroll.
Like Rip?
No, I thought maybe he could coach at Alabama, but
I thought we were just going like any coach that leaves or gets suspended, we just act like they die.
We can do that, but I'm thinking he looked good in crimson.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he gets fired, then Lane Kiffin will take it. Dream job.
The fact that Lane Kiffin's not the head coach at Alabama right now means they haven't even called him. That man would eat from where Saban has stepped. Like that man, it will worship the feet of that guy forever.
I love that they got in they're landing everybody in the portal and then their best player just left. I don't care if he's the locker room issue or whatever you want to blame it on. He was your best player. So,
I went and not a single article, I couldn't find a post on online forums, Landon, that mentioned him being a locker room issue until he leaves.
Yeah.
It's just convenient. And Tennessee does like every single college team does the same thing. He leaves. Oh, well, he's actually the reason we didn't win a national championship this year. Forget he scored 19 touchdowns or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's his fault. All right. Where are we at now? Basketball, I guess.
Yeah. Boo.
Go to the hump, baby.
Yeah. We talked about it a lot on the post-game show. It's just really unfortunate the way that you played in the first half, and losing that game, you just didn't have enough in the tank to get over the hump in that second half, if you will. and it really is. It's really disappointing because of the games that Zakai Ziegler and Dalton Connect had.
Yeah.
And we'll only see this as a loss, even though they played lights out.
We talked. Want to come up with kind of like new thoughts and fresh thoughts, and maybe I don't know, man.
I mean, we got on the show. Tolu Smith is still shooting free throws at this point. So
yeah, and he's hitting them.
He is,
and that's fun.
9 for 12. He had
Not too shabby, my friend.
One less make than we did as a team. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, it was just.
Should we full court press every second of the game?
I'm in.
Okay, it kind of rocks
because
we're really good at it.
It didn't seem to have a huge effect on us offensively.
I would definitely say we played better offensively when doing it. So if anything,
we got easy baskets. That's something that has always been an issue with Rick Barnes' teams. Is like we never seem to have just easy baskets. Like we're never out in transition. And I don't know if that's because everybody is crashing the boards or what, but it just seems like we can never get just easy, wide open layups. And we did last night because we were in that full court press, got some easy steals, pressured them because they didn't have like a true point guard.
Right. Yeah. I think that was another thing is, especially in the first half, they were talking about point guard wise, ball handler. They were better at being chaotic than we were.
Yeah.
Our chaos looked real bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's where is it?
Theirs ended up in a basket. Ours ended up in a turnover.
Well, we talked about Josiah Jordan-James and just when he looks bad, Tennessee typically looks bad. Thankfully, right now you have a guy like Dalton Connect to help, make it look so bad. Zakai Ziegler to make it not look so bad. When Tennessee's winning the chaos, it seems like he's always the one kind of coming out of the smoke clear. He's getting weird balls. I don't know. He seems like he's the one controlling the chaos when Tennessee's winning in the chaotic department. He struggled. He might still be lost in the smoke. I don't know. Last night was a tough one for him, man.
Yeah, him and Viscovi just did not show up.
Very sad.
Yeah, because like one more basket is probably the difference in the game. I know they won by 5, but that last one was kind of just a dunk at the end.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, 2 for 12, both those guys. Guys, this is your 5th year in the program.
Right.
Just help. Just a little bit.
Just do something.
Also, Gainey we have to do something else. I like the kid. I do, and I'm not trying to just be an absolute dick, but dude, he's not helping you.
No, he's struggling. He's
I mean, I understand he's in there to shoot, but if you're not making shots, all you're doing is giving the ball back to the other team. You're basically a turnover.
Right. I hate it, and I think that the shots that are being taken right now, he has to take. They're wide open, but yeah, he's not.
Well, at this point,
he's not doing you a ton of.
I would be more afraid of Adu shooting a 3 than I would Jordan Gainey.
Okay.
Maybe even a Waka.
Okay.
I don't know, 9 minutes and you shot the ball 5 times, you're 0 for 5. That's horrible.
He struggled. Yeah, no, he's struggling right now for sure. So he's
not fun. 6 missed free throws.
Love to hear that.
Lost by 5. They matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, just a bad game, and also that. I mean, we got a little guy shooting threes too, but can somebody? I mean, I'd almost rather you foul him. I mean, and we did a couple times.
There were some unexplainable and just not good fouls last night for sure.
Yeah.
There were also some ticky-tack fouls that I don't know why they were called at all last night. There was a lot. Last night was a lot, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't love it. Need to get back to our winning ways. Do play on the road Saturday at Georgia. We got old Mike White and the Bulldogs. So, Danny, you better get a win.
Yeah.
5th in the Directors' Cup. Hey, show up on Saturday.
I don't remember. Are they close? Do they appear to be close? Like, I don't remember a big thing last year when we played. I don't remember where he was at last year. I can't remember when he went to Georgia, but we played him regardless. I don't remember a big last year. Okay. I don't remember a big thing, just like, will he be there Saturday? Because typically you don't have ADs traveling for away basketball games. It's sometimes, but not always. It's not like this is a rivalry game. So will he even be there Saturday?
I mean, he had the Purdue AD in Maui.
Well, those guys
that's just
that wasn't the AD. Oh, that wasn't the AD. That was the president.
Okay.
And those people in higher educations, they're taking those nice vacations to Maui.
Yeah, they get they get it reimbursed.
Kidding me? Yeah. Come on.
It's funny. The richer you are, the less you have to pay for.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man.
That's nice.
It's got to be. Got to be.
Yeah, need that win. Georgia is 2-0. They beat Missouri on the road. Also beat Arkansas, which Arkansas looks bad. I don't think Missouri looks much better. So, yeah, don't want to go below 500 in the SEC. So, let's go ahead and get that win at Georgia. They don't have anybody that really scares you. They're always probably going to be pretty athletic. Probably have some shooters, but they've never really had a big man that just dominates. I know they got a transfer from, I think, UCF, which is their leading rebounder, or USF. And, but yeah, this should be a game where, hey, Adu, Awaka didn't get it done on Wednesday. Let's get it done on Saturday.
Yeah. Agreed. Game you should win. You got to get back on track. You talked about it, how this is your chance to jump up to number 2 in the country, and you failed to. So you got to go get a big win. It's a road win. Get back on track and try to get ready for.
Let's just make the Mississippi State. That was just a fluke. Everybody was bound to lose that day. I don't know why, but
yeah, that was your night.
Yeah, you could have been number 2 in the country, but instead we're going to be probably like 8th.
Kentucky fans are going to be real riled up.
Oh, God. God, that Austin White guy.
I didn't get to talk to Austin much when y'all were going at it Saturday a little bit. Not going at it, but, group chat was blowing up a little bit. Felt so bad. I wanted to respond. I couldn't think. I couldn't type. I couldn't do anything.
That video of him, he's a goober.
Which video? Did I miss it?
Yeah, him yelling cats.
And his son?
No.
Then I missed this one. Hold on. Wait. Did he send in the group chat?
Yeah, it's all time.
Okay, should I mute it or?
No, no, you're good.
This one? Beard looks good, Austin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that again later. That is good.
It's like, dude, I hate that I love you so much.
Yeah, well, I hate that I love you. I hate you for making me love you. You suck.
You do suck. And it's like, just out of nowhere, he'll just send a video like that after a win. It's like, I haven't talked to you in 2 weeks, and then I just get a absolute Woj bomb thrown on me.
Have we talked since you tweeted that video of him and his son? Because that was incredible.
I don't think so.
Did he send that to you? How did you receive that video?
I think it might have been on his TikTok or maybe like Instagram, like a reel. And
Gotcha.
I just screen record. I
I
definitely
mean, it was perfect.
stole it from him. But it was great content. And after, my wife was like, "Did you like run that by him?" I was like, "No, but I probably should have." So I did text him after the fact, after it already kind of went viral.
It had like 300 likes, couple retweets at that point. You're like, hey, by the way,
yeah, is it cool that like I
your
posted
son's in this video? Yeah.
He didn't care. So
nah, that's funny.
His mom was proud.
As she should be. Wait, his mom was?
Yeah,
this kid's mom.
The kid's mom, yes.
Okay, I was about to say I thought Austin's mom was a Kentucky fan. That's why he was. I was.
I don't know if he is or not. The kid's mom, Austin's wife is definitely a.
Okay, yeah, she's a Tennessee. Okay, just wanted to.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. I almost got really angry at Austin, so we're good. We're fine.
All right, let's move on from basketball. You got a good friend to tell us about.
Oh, guys, one I'm really excited about. Not a problem, but I was gonna say I wish I could drink it in front of your all's eyes, but coffee, especially good coffee, and guys, grade A grounds is great coffee. Coffee has the effect it's supposed to have on me. If I drink it, I'm gonna be up all night. I'll be jittery. I gotta go to bed, get the early Z's. So tomorrow morning, I'll wake up, get out of bed, turn on my coffee maker, and my house is gonna smell of grade A grounds, and it's gonna be just beautiful. I opened up that package yesterday, Landon. Guys, grade A grounds it's incredible. They are a local coffee roasting company. They're located in Kingsport, Tennessee. Shop local. I just need to reiterate that. Shop local and mean it. Go to the good ones, grade A grounds. They're the good ones. Every purchase you make of grade A grounds, 5% of every purchase is going, at least 5%, maybe more. It's going back to the Coalition for Kids in the Tri-Cities area. That money goes directly towards keeping a classroom at Coalition for Kids stocked with the necessary supplies needed for students. So now we have great coffee and we have great community supporters. You can't get any better than grade A grounds. Make sure you go check them out. Another kind of bonus on top of that, your package is going to be labeled with students drawing. Students draw the labeling for grade A grounds. So win, grade A grounds coffee. It rocks.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Landon's. Yeah. I'm gonna take some also over to Landon.
Promo code Go Vols.
Go Vols. Yeah, we gotta get some money rolling into Knoxville. That's another thing. Grade A grounds. Yeah, they support Tri-Cities and Upper East Tennessee. But one of the co-founders, Billy Miller, he's actually a South Knoxville guy. He wants to support the Knoxville community as well. We're gonna do that together, partnered up. We've got some exciting stuff coming that will be announced coming down the pipe. But go support grade A grounds. Support the Tri-Cities area. Support the Knoxville area with code Go Vols. It's capital G, capital V. Go Vols.
Go Vols. All right. Little bit of recruiting news. Not a whole lot. It looks like Tennessee's trending for LSU offensive tackle Lance Hurd, which is the number 2. Yeah, Hurd.
What was that from? Why was that a thing for so long? You heard?
Was it Jalen Hurd?
Maybe. No, I feel like it was way more pop culture than that.
Oh, you heard? I don't know.
You heard with Purd?
Yeah, I don't know. But Lance Hurd, the number 2 offensive tackle per 247 in the portal, number 13 player overall in the portal. 6'6", 340 pounds. My God.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
That is a wall. So, yeah, we'll take that all day. Got 3 years of eligibility left. Played 12 games at LSU this past season with 1 start. So, a big priority for Tennessee in the portal to land one of the top tackles at a position of need in that transfer portal. So super excited for that. We'll see kind of where it ends up, I guess. But yeah, it looks like he's trending toward Tennessee. And that would be a huge get after the Gerald Mincey news. And it looks like he's going to Ole Miss, which, I mean, at this point, it's just kind of laughable what Lane Kiffin's doing. And then he lost one. T-Mac to Louisville. Almost like Tyler Barron, but I guess didn't.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Did he really?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get him to go to Louisville too.
Ended
up staying at Ole Miss. And then we mentioned George McIntyre a little bit with the Saban news really trending toward Tennessee. Hometown kid. I think the number 2 quarterback in the country. 5-star out of Brentwood Academy in the Nashville area. So, yeah, one guy that you wanted to land. You know, you got Nico, you got Jake Merklinger. You want to land your guy in the class. And it looks like George McIntyre has been pinpointed as Tennessee's guy in this class. And looks to be trending that way. So, QBU?
Wouldn't hate it.
Sounds good. Got a nice little ring to it. QBUT. Yeah, so that's kind of all I got for recruiting. Not a whole lot. But those 2 guys definitely huge priorities for the staff. And need to land them. We let's get the good news. Let's keep that rolling a little bit.
Yeah. That Lance Hurd, that literally the big one.
Yeah, 340.
Go get him. All right.
Could you imagine playing offensive tackle? Like he's on one side and you're on the other side.
Okay.
Tackle.
I'm probably getting attacked by every team's best defensive player. So I don't know if I have time to really take that in, but I can try.
Just hold.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a hold.
Brother, we're doing a lot more than holding.
Guys, I have a great friend to tell you about as well. That's Roback, roback.com. Great polos, great hoodies, great t-shirts, sweatshirts. Joey got a sweatshirt. I got a t-shirt. Caleb got some. You got a hoodie.
Got a hoodie. Very comfortable hoodie.
Yeah.
I've got some polos.
Yeah.
Or are we just talking about gifts?
No, I'm just talking like what you got like recently, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So just got a bunch of stuff, and it's just the best quality you could possibly want in clothing. Also, for you ladies out there, they also have women's wear, and it's awesome too. I tried it on. It's sick. I thought it was guys, but it's not.
What women's clothing did you try on?
I thought they were like guy sweatpants, but they're not.
They're a little tight.
Yeah.
But probably good to like sleep in and stuff.
I mean, it's definitely like probably makes me feel better about myself.
Okay.
So
yeah,
if you catch my drift there. But yeah, best quality clothing. We mentioned this 100 times. We're going to mention it again. Polos do not wrinkle. That's all you need to know. Guys, go check out roback.com. Promo code More Important Issues will get you 20% off your first purchase. Again, More Important Issues, 20% off your first purchase. Roback.com. Do it.
Do it right now. Go to it.
All right. Any questions?
I don't. Did we get to any questions? I don't know. You tell me. Help me help you.
It said, guys, are you sad that Nick Saban is no longer at Alabama?
Just devastated. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
What? No. Gosh.
No.
Absolutely not. I like not even a thought. Nothing. Yeah. No.
Also, I guess this could be a stupidity, but Florida State getting a little punished with their NIL.
Well, I missed this. What happened?
They apparently they got some NCAA violations with NIL.
Okay. Interesting.
And it says, then we got an update. It says NCAA will not punish Mike Norvell. Specifically, the head football coach set clear expectations regarding compliance within the football program, which the head football coach actively monitored. So he has some fall guys. So good for him. But apparently, I think an assistant has like a 3-game suspension. I think, some support staff has some issues. But yeah, they're not punishing Mike Norvell because God knows we can't have another coach that we act like he died. So,
good Lord. Yeah, what? Like, all right. I mean, I don't.
dude, I just thought about this with Nick Saban, and I hate bringing him up again, but what if it would be the worst thing possible if somehow he convinces, like kind of like The Office with Robert California, he convinces Greg Sankey to run the SEC. Or he convinces Greg Sankey that he's going to run the SEC.
Yes.
And Greg Sankey is just going to go off and maybe be the head coach at Alabama. I don't know.
I don't think you're right or wrong. I mean, I don't think you're wrong. That sounds absolutely terrible, but it does sound funny. And I think I'm with you. I kind of want that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be absolute chaos, but
100%. 100%.
I mean, we're used to getting screwed anyway, so I don't know if it can get much worse. Maybe it can. I don't know. I hope it doesn't.
Oh, we'll find out,
Yeah.
Don't worry. No. Yeah. I'm happy Saban's gone, but yeah, it just feels like it can get worse. It can always get worse, can't it?
Yeah.
Can it? I don't know.
Oh, Evan Stewart is going to Oregon. Dan Lanning.
There you go. There it is.
That was the reason.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to mention the Lady Vols are kind of on a roll right now.
Yeah.
They,
after a lot of disappointment to start it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just needed Rakia back.
Okay. Yeah.
Once we got her, we're started rolling again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see like what they're winning, what their streak is at, because they have 3 SEC wins so far. Okay, so they're 6-game winning streak right now, rolling.
They were just waiting until it started mattering, Landon.
Yeah, they want to get hot at the right time. I applaud that.
Exactly.
All right. Any more stupidities?
AP voters. What are we doing?
God.
Yeah, the dumb what are we doing? Just I don't know why I try to pretend like it's gonna be different and good and whatever, but yeah, that was Iowa being ranked over Tennessee is hilarious. It's hilarious.
Iowa being ranked at all.
Yeah,
after that game,
you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, Reese Davis. You watch too much college football, or you should watch too much college football to even do something like that. I mean, that just shows the laziness of the voters. It's like, I don't know who else to put after the top 10, so I'm just gonna whatever. Who is
and it's getting funny that we hear all this complaining about meaningless bowl games, whatever, blah 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 blah. You are voting and making them meaningless. What do you mean? Like the way we're voting in AP, you're making them meaningless.
Yeah, and I would love to hear the argument that Iowa's players sat out because none of them did.
Right. Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going based off the last game, I mean, how is Iowa ranked? How is Florida State ranked after that? But yeah, that's kind of. I don't really have any more stupidities other than just people like acting like Nick Saban has passed away. Paul Feinbaum, you kind of led that charge, though.
Yeah. Which, are we shocked? No.
No.
Right? Okay. Just making sure. We are not shocked in the slightest. Yeah. Whatever.
All right, guys.
All right.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go watch this video of Austin one more time. No, I said one more time, several more times.
Yeah, got to. Guys, thank y'all for listening. We'll be back on maybe Saturday. Maybe.
Yeah.
Post game show. And
what time is that game?
I don't really know.
We'll see. Maybe at some point Saturday, whether it's right after the game or not. Hopefully right after, if we do it at all. But
yeah. And then Sunday we'll be back with another episode. And have a good rest of your week. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.